Well, in Thailand, there's two types of curries. So there's the fried curries. So you make a curry paste, as this is the one we'll be doing today. So it's the more technical of the curries. So you have to pretty much, you mortar and pestle everything down to a fine paste. You toast off all your spices, and then we just cook it out really slowly. And then we'll just prepare the garnishes as well. So it's eggplant and orange for this one. All right, so essentially with the curry paste, we will start with the firmest ingredients. So we've got galangal here. So very similar to say ginger in a way, just really, really hard and fibrous. So when you're pounding a curry paste, a lot of do it in a mortar and pestle, but it really makes for me all the difference. I think it's just it's definitely the only way. I find that just chopping everything up a bit first really helps, because it just takes a lot of the work out of it, especially things like galangal, lemongrass, even ginger can be a bit of a nightmare, because you just don't want the actual paste to be fibrous. So, you know, if you don't get this right, you have to strain it, but I feel like you can lose a lot if you do that. So you just want to start this, so just pound away. So while Poppy's doing that, we've got some spices I'll toast. Maybe you want to toast these off for us? Yeah, thank you. We'll get those pounded next. And then we've got the garlic and the shallots also. How you going there? Looking very good. All right, so I've got chilies next. I use fresh chilies and I use some dried chilies for this, but I soak the dried chilies just for a couple of minutes in a bit of warm water. Them because they can be very hot, these ones. So we've got white pepper, there's cumin, some cardamom and cloves for this curry. This is a bit of chili oil. We are making a red curry, so we go pretty hard on this. Whenever we're cooking the curry paste, we just go really low. I'll grab that. Very good job. Thank you. How's your arm? Good. Good. Yeah. Good stuff. So with that. Yeah, so we make this red chili oil. So what we do is we get dried chilies, and we actually dry them again overnight, so at 60 degrees in the oven. The reason we do that is you want them to be like ridiculously dry. I think you might have noticed when you get dried chilies, they can still be a bit like flimsy. These in the morning after the 60 degrees will literally crack. I'll just get you to wash this, dry it with the tea towel, and just pound all this. I might just hit this one first. Thank you, and just crack it and we'll take all the seeds out of it. You know, at the end of the day, it's a red curry and I want to make it really as red as I can. And like, you know, like even like, these are like some of the funny things, like when we were exploring, like we tried like juicing capsicums and things like that to get it really red, like we want it to be red. But yeah, now, you know, I've found that this works really well and just using the red oil, and it gives, you know, this really good example where we learnt to do this was when we did Brazilian cuisine. They use palm oil a lot, so we didn't use palm oil, but we made a spiced vegetable oil using a natto seed. So a natto seed is what makes like sort of red food, not food dye, but just red dye in general. Thank you. And then also paprika, so we put that through the oil, and then we just let it, we slowly heated it to, I think it was like 70 degrees, left it there for about an hour to infuse, and strained it, and you had this like glowing red oil. So once again, it's like, all right, cool, how do we, you know, we learned something there that's now on the menu here. So we only use fish sauce at the moment for our saltiness, but like, yeah, we pretty much with this curry, you start with the paste. The coconut milk that we make is semi-sweet, I suppose, but then when you're seasoning at the end, that's when it's like important to find the balance. And like, so we make this this coconut milk here. So we just get some dried coconut, we soak it, and then we blitz it with water. So very similar in style to like how you'd make like an almond milk or macadamia milk or whatever. Yeah, that's really good. All right. Perfect. So I cook out the curry paste just a little bit, add in our coconut milk that we made, and then we'll just simmer that. So that's pretty much it for this. This one's going to go with orange and eggplant that we'll plate it with, and then we've got some kaffir lime to go in it, and then we'll move on to this. Kaffir lime leaves are very delicious and one of my favourite, yeah, definitely one of my favourite ingredients and something that's been really exciting about cooking Thai cuisine. So we want to use them. We want to use them raw as a garnish, but we also, to use them raw, you have to slice them thin enough. And then this curry over here is coming along nicely, so I just leave that on for a bit longer. Brush it really, really nicely like that, and we just go in this fryer. Usually I would have, like if it was an Atlas, we'd have our fryer probably just a little bit hotter. This goes to 190, but I would say do this at say 200. So yeah, that fries there, so I'll let that rest just for a minute or so. Warm this curry back up. Just quickly cut off some palm sugar as well. So yeah, we use, like I said, using sugar, which is like really, it's like for us, like first time using a lot of sugar in your cooking. It's a really nice, like fun ingredient to use, but it's such a, you know, such a weird thing to be adding sugar, I suppose. But palm sugar is just so delicious, so we use that a lot. We use a lot of lime juice at the moment, as you can imagine. Yeah, with our lime juice, it's something that we're doing to always finish the curries. Like I'll add a bit of fish sauce next as well. So this curry that I'd made previously had some fish sauce added. It definitely needs a bit more. Right, that's good. So yeah, this quail, first I'll take the legs off. So we've got a beautiful pink quail, like I told you guys before, from doing that technique. You can see that steaming technique, it's just beautifully cooked through. It's absolutely perfect, and you saw how simple it was for me. And like you look at obviously the quality